It must have been a piece of surprising news for all the Ferrari fans out there that the Ferrari team principal, Mattia Binnoto, has resigned and will leave his post at the end of December 2022. What is the reason, and who will they choose as his replacement? Hey, let's find out. Binnoto took on the position in 2019, but has failed to turn around Ferrari's fortune since then. The team has still not taken the title of the constructor since 2008 and a drivers' championship tournament since 2007. After a great first year, the 53-year-old oversaw a disastrous season in 2020, when the car was seriously down on strength, was a handful to drive, and they came sixth, their worst season since 1980 when they were 10th. Much stock was kept in a resurgence under the new regulations imposed this year, and initially Ferrari looked to have emerged as the front runner. Charles Leclerc won 2 opening 3 races in a hugely competitive car. However, as the season went on and Red Bull outdeveloped the Scuderia, the team was repeatedly found wanting with a series of failures in strategies, reliability, and from the drivers Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc. Verstappen centered to the title, and Red Bull came to an agreement for the constructor's crown with equal ease. Ferrari was almost out of the title fight by the season's midpoint, and although they finished second, they were 205 points behind Red Bull. After the first 3 races, Leclerc had a 46-point lead over Verstappen. The Maranello's team was labeled as the one to win it all in 2022. And quite frankly, even Red Bull fans were happy to see Leclerc win some after the troublesome years he had in Ferrari. Every F1 fan was happy with the outcome, but Ferrari being Ferrari found a way to mess up their success and drown in their failure. Lots of reliability issues, miscommunications, and tactic blunders were the main reasons that Leclerc went from a championship contender to cheering up for winning P2 in the last race of the season. Let's remember what happened in Monaco when Leclerc was called to the pit too late and signs were already inside, so the double stack was a total failure. Let's also remember what happened in Silverstone, where Leclerc was left out as a sitting duck on old tires, losing from P1 to P4 when Verstappen had a damage limitation race and finished V7. This was the race where the infamous photo of Binnoto pointing his finger at Leclerc and requesting that he not speak to the media about the tactic blunders surfaced online. Also, there are lots of reports of Leclerc and Binnito not being on speaking terms after this particular race. And quite frankly, Leclerc does have a massive point in this situation. But the situation has spiraled to a point where Ferrari needs to rebuild their entire team. It could also start with Binnoto, but even if he doesn't get sacked from the team in 2023, there is no doubt that the tacticians in the team need to go. They are the ones that cost Leclerc a lot of points in the 2022 season. Just remember what happened in Brazil. Leclerc was the only driver on intermediate tires because they believed that there was a heavy rain in turn 12. On top of that, they tried to call him to enter the pit lane after he had already passed the entrance. So, what do you need to know so far? Number 1. Ferrari has a huge problem when it comes to reliability issues in shot calling. And number 2. Leclerc, for one, isn't happy with how things currently stand in the team. The team is changing its entire structure. What goes along with the narrative is the fact that Leclerc has shown that he has the potential to win races and potentially championships at some point in his career. And if you let go of this driver, rest assured that he will win at least one in a competitive team. One competitive team that has expressed their interest in Leclerc's Mercedes. According to one well-known Italian report, Ferrari is dissatisfied with Binotto's return to Italy, and there's a good chance that he will be replaced in 2023. When talking about this matter, Torino said change is not a guarantee of victory. Red Bull is behind, and our Ferrari still loses anyway. John Elkann will surely point out to Mattia Binnoto the one to finish of Mercedes in Brazil. There are a lot of discussions, and it is inevitable to be, so the World Championship has been missing from Ferrari for too long. But that would be a mistake. Why? Since 2008, Ferrari has passed from Jean Todt to Stefano Domenicali, for Marco Matteucci to Maurizio Arvabene. The results 0-2, to put it as Jose Marino. Although Torino thinks that the team will make a mistake by replacing Binnoto. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Earlier this season at the Italian GP, Elkann, who defended Binnoto but gave a warning that this team must perform better. We have a great belief in Mattia Binnoto and appreciate everything he and all our engineers have done, he said. But there's no question that the work in Maranello on the pit wall, in the garage, and at the wheel needs to improve. After Italy, the team travels carried on, and they failed to genuinely challenge for a win. Several weeks ago, rumors surfaced indicating Binnoto would be removed, but they were dismissed by Ferrari. And in Abu Dhabi, at the season finale, Binnoto insisted he still had the full backing of Alcan. However, Ferrari has ended their relationship with Binnoto, who has been a stalwart on the team for more than 25 years. For the most part, the French engineers looked assured and were confident when dealing with issues within the team. It's not unusual for Ferrari to promote from within, and if they are going to go this route, Mecca's would be an excellent choice, with the only blemish against his name being that he has worked under Binnoto. Now the media's favorite, and the one that we have all heard being linked to the job, is Frederic Vasseur. Vasseur ticks all the boxes with a plethora of experience working in F1 teams and being the boss of the blended Alfa Romeo Sauber racing brand, which only increases his chance of taking the job as there has been a notable improvement in the team. The other factor pointing in investors' favor is for his inside knowledge of Ferrari, having worked there for several years, and his solid relationship with Charles Leclerc, having handed him his debut in 2018. A possible comeback to Maranello by Jean Todt is one of the most evocative possibilities in the fans' imagination, and at the same time, one of the hardest to realize. After ending his team as president, the former FIA number 1 would have all the credentials to make a comeback to lead the Ferrari pit wall, if he still wants to. Jean Todt was, together with an accurate and attentive staff of personalities, one of the architects for the success of Mick Schumacher's. Not too many months ago, this indiscretion started circulating in Formula One paddock, especially in Maranello. According to some hearsayers from insiders, it would seem that John Elkann and Matteo Binotto did not want to work closely with Jean Todt. And we are ready to bet that the French manager would have been waiting to make a comeback to lead the Marabello team and take up the role of captain of the pit wall, not for fleeting appearances as a supporting actor. The final eligible candidate to substitute Binnito would be Gunther Steiner, the present Haas team principal. Ever since he made his debut with the American team in this role, has shown great determination and analytical skill and has proven to have an exceptional leadership skills. These are all standards that Matteo Binnito seems to lack. Perhaps among these three, Gunther Steiner would be the actual outsider in this respect. A little help could be seen from the team in which he currently works. Haas connected in many ways to Ferrari, so much so that it's not so utopian to think of a change of jersey for the South Tyrolean manager. Matteo Binotto is actually an excellent engineer. The problem is that he seems unable to cope with the responsibilities of the team principal. Basically, today, it's difficult to predict who could become the new boss and when. But what is certain is that Ferrari needs to significantly improve the second part of the 2022 Formula One season in terms of strategies and team management in order for Matteo Binotto to be confirmed for the next championship. Saying that, we have come to the end of this video. What do you think about Binotto's dismissal? Do let us know your thoughts in the comments. For more videos like this, click on the links you see on the screen. If you like this video, then make sure to hit on the thumbs up. We will come again with more content. Until then, see ya.